Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Let's get this thing in. Alright. Facing the east. Giving all praises, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Wadash. Those are the true names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yahawah is the true name of the Father. That means He is, He exists. Yahawashi is the true name of the Son. That means He saves, He delivers. And Wadash is how you say a spirit that's holy, right? A spirit that's set apart. Second of all, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right. 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. It's your brother Urami Kazak, back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rekakadash, as always. All right, so this one is going to be entitled, Raise Your Shield. Raise Your Shield. All right, and I'm getting this from pretty much the 300 movie, okay, which if you ever watched it, then you would know, how the Spartans operate and fight, all right, which we're going to go into that as well, just to touch on it. It's important, okay, because the scriptures speaks on it as well. Now, before I go into anything, I'm going to play the video, all right, and hey, Shalawam, Shalawam, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham. When y'all brothers come in, salute. Because, hey, that's part of what? It's part of order. It's part of the way that we operate. The way we can recognize one another. By saying, as the brother Endure did, Shalawam, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham, or Barak, Ahtham. So, you want to do these things every single time. You don't want to get complacent, and you don't want to just get lazy in this. You know what I'm saying? So you want to do these things and have them be a habit. All right? So let's play the video right here. And play it right here.
No fear. To make spear and shield and sword as much a part of me as my own beating heart. I will earn my father's armor, noble king, by serving you in the battle.
Fine thrust.
I will kill many Persians.
Raise your shield.
Sire.
Raise your shield as high as you can. Your father should have taught you how our failings work. We fight as a single, impenetrable unit. That is the source of our strength. Each Spartan protects the man to his left, thigh to neck, with his shield.
No fear.
All right. Now, as you saw, he had a fine thrust. And you can know, okay, you can, it's a comment, a joke, that's funny. You can, man, Salaki, you can swing the sword, okay? You can swing the sword really good, okay? You can know the scriptures, know the precepts, and know all of that, but you still got to fit into the body, right? You got to fit into the body, and you got to fit into as he said, how our phalanx work. Now let's look that up to get more edification on it. How does the Spartan phalanx work? Okay, the Spartan phalanx was a dense rectangular block of heavily armored foot soldiers called hoplites, operating shoulder to shoulder. Soldiers locked large round shields, all right, to form an unbroken wall of bronze and wood. Success depended on absolute discipline. Man, let's highlight that. Okay, success depended on absolute discipline. So with this notion, and I encourage brothers to go back and watch 300. With this notion, bro, it doesn't matter the number of people that you're fighting. They was up against millions, okay? But with that absolute discipline, they would have been able to take them down through the style of their fighting, where it was impenetrable. They was really not going to lose a single soldier because the way that they fought. Each brother had one another's back, okay? Moving as a unified unified wall and forcing a breakthrough through collective mass and momentum, right? So one for all for one. Three Musketeers, remember? So let's get some precepts. All right. Let's go to Philippians 3. And we'll start at verse 15. Let us therefore, as many as be perfect, right? As brothers are being what? Complete. Our minds are set on Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. So we're being perfect. We're being blameless. Be thus minded. And if in anything you be otherwise minded, power shall reveal even this unto you. If you're moving a different way than the collective, it's going to be shown. And you're going to have a decision to make. All right? You got to correct yourself. You got to fix yourself. You got to get back in the right order. Because you're going against the collective. You're going against the body. And it's what? It's messing up the phalanx. It's messing up the collective, the unified wall. Brothers are what? 144,000 bricks. So each piece of New Jerusalem is valuable to bring together the temple, the third temple, So every brother is valuable. So don't think that you're not valuable. Verse 16, nevertheless, whereto we have already obtained, let us walk by the same rule, let us mind the same thing. Right? So I'm the same thing I'm saying is gonna be the same thing, brother Debar say, or brother Kakama say, or brother Kawam say, or brother Darashamaf say, or brother, whoever it may be. Okay? We might bring out different precepts, different ways to get there, but we're gonna end up at the same destination. All right, because we are Yasharahla. We are, how do you say? We are Sparta. We are Yasharahla. And Spartans was indeed Israelites. Okay. 17. Brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk so as ye have us for an example. Look at the examples that we have. Mark them which walk. So that's not in a bad way, but mark them which are worthy of double honors. Mark the elders. These are the men you need to follow. These are the men you need to, get behind. These are the correct ones in our nation. These are the prophets. Let me go back to my other page real quick. All right. I haven't brought this out in a minute, but did this long time ago. Pages that new brothers should definitely have in their repertoire. Okay. Elder Apostle Tahar's other page, GMS declaring the end. Okay, Elder Apostle Tahar's other page, what is the 66 Mark 2 GMS Truth, which he's using right now. Okay, you should have these pages. You should be subscribed to these pages. Elder Apostle Gabar's page. All right, Elder Apostle Rikad's page. Okay, Elder Apostle Ramlah's page. All right, and the Apostles Live page. Okay, that's just some to note. These are certain pages that you should have in your repertoire. And if the Spirit hit me, I'll go into I'll put up pages that you can use for like homework, like GMS homework, GMS archives, GMS Elders the Milk, GMS vault, I'll put those up as well. You know what I'm saying? But these are important pages to note. GMS Apostle Street Ministry. Okay, that's an important page to note, right? So don't put aside studying and growing and learning. These things are necessary. Now let's go back to the video because it's something else that he said in there. As a matter of fact, I'll just pull it up over here. All you got to do is really type in raise your shield. And that's the title of this lesson, raise your shield.
No fear. To make spear and shield and sword as much a part of me as my own beating heart. I will earn my father's armor, noble king, by serving you in the battle.
A fine thrust.
I will kill many Persians.
Raise your shield.
But he's about to get him, because this ain't just about killing Persians. This ain't just about cutting Esau. This ain't just about cutting Christians, you know? So you need defense as well, man. It's many parts of war. It's many parts of the battlefield that you have to be ready for. Tricks. All right? You what they call them, man? You you know, like a jock, or you like monkey brain, or whatever they call them, man. You know, you all you do is muscle brain. That's it. The wadi Bahasham Yahawashi. You muscle brain Israelites are gonna die. Okay? Because all you caught up on is offense. All you caught up on is unaliving. All you caught up on, and even in the spirit, all you caught up on is cutting individuals and, oh, look at me, I did a lesson, I destroyed this guy. Whereas other parts of the ministry, that's important, man. So you have a nice thrust, you'll have a nice thrust, right? Let's go back.
And sword as much a part of me as my own beating heart. I will earn my father's armor, noble king, by serving you in the battle.
A fine thrust.
I will kill many Persians.
Raise your shield.
Sire.
Raise your shield as high as you can.
You saw that look? Look at that look.
Persians.
Raise your shield.
Sire.
Sire. What do you mean? I have to defend? Yeah, that's a part of this thing. Sire, I have to defend? You have to defend, man. You know? Sire. I'm done, yo. Sire. So when Jake is like, wait a minute, I gotta eat right? Jake is like, yo, I gotta fast? Oh, hell no. I gotta study? I gotta read the Bible? I gotta learn? I gotta grow? I gotta restrain myself? Yeah, Jake. Jake is like, Yahawashi? What? I gotta do that?
I will kill many Persians.
Raise your shield.
Sire.
Raise your shield.
Sire. I'm done. Yeah, bro. I gotta look up words. Perfect. I gotta go into the etymology. Right? I gotta go to etymology online. I gotta bring words out. I gotta learn the Greek, the Hebrew. I gotta learn the Latin Vulgate. I gotta learn these things. It's like, yo, what? I thought we was just gonna cut up some Christians and be done with it. I thought we was just gonna cuss out the white man and be done with it. You know? And I'll bring this elder up there. Hey, Shalawam, Yahawashi,
Shalawam, Yahawashi, and it's called dividing the word rightly, man. And that's what separates us from these plantation Christians and other people. We go into the scriptures, we read between the line of scriptures, we go into the Hebrew, we go into according Greek, we go into the secular history. All right. And we go precept upon precept, and they don't like it. You know, they get the same dumb look like that guy face. You know?
God, let's go get that.
Yeah.
All right, dividing the word. This is 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto power, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Yep.
So that's
And then one.
extremely important. You got it.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that's extremely important, man. Knowing both sides. The thing about, y'all can talk about LeBron all day, but LeBron ain't great defensively. When you talk about Jordan and Kobe, Jordan got a defensive player of the year. All right,
Yep.
Kobe making defensive team. He making defensive teams. So these individuals was good on both sides of the battlefield, which they're a lot. All right, it's NBA basketball.
And
So
you better believe it. Jordan, especially Jordan in the summertime, you better believe it. He studied and he had mentors. He had Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. He had Dr. J, and other people teaching these things. He just didn't learn all this stuff. He was learning from the elders, the mentors. You got to have a teacher, man.
hey man, that's a perfect point. Because it brings to mind when when Kobe and Jordan was asked about if they the GOAT, and they pretty much said, I didn't play in those eras. I didn't play in a Wilt era. I didn't play in a Bill Russell era. I didn't play in those eras, so I can't really say that. But LeBron will come out and say that he is. So LeBron, Kobe and Jordan, they respect the elders, the ones that came before them. They respect the
Right.
game. They love the game. They
Right.
understand that men have labored in that position before, So you really can't. It's not a competition spirit, right? But with LeBron, it's an arrogant, ignorant type of spirit. Okay.
Let me get the scripture about get into this word studying and everything. It's not just about calling Esau the devil. Sirach chapter 6, verse 26 down to 29. Come unto her with thy whole heart, keep her ways with all thy power, search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. When thou hast hold of her, let her not go. For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned to thy joy. Then her fetter shall be a strong defense for thee, her chain a robe of glory. All right, for it's a goal. Yeah. All right, so you got to get into it. You got to labor into it, man. It said, then her fetter should be a strong defense. Her chain should be a robe of glory, but her fetter should be a strong defense. You're doing all that studying, man. All that studying, researching, and everything. So now that's why brothers could get precept upon precept or line up the prophecies with secular history, man, and be accurate, very on point. All right.
Yep. And you get deeper. I look at like Kevin Durant. He got deeper every year in the playoffs when he was with the Thunder. He
Yep.
got deeper and deeper. He finally got to the finals, but he got beat by LeBron. But he got
Yeah.
deeper every year. He
Yep.
had to overcome those hurdles because he studied and learned
Study.
his opponents every year. So he improved. You should be progressing every year, man.
Yep. If you look at it's an old interview with well, it ain't old, 2000, but it was an interview with Reggie Miller talking about Kobe Bryant, how he told Kobe Bryant to move, and he said, "Man, that damn mamba," he said, "that damn cat used that move against me." So they was learning. So it's just like Jordan, Kobe was learning from the elders of the basketball game. He used it. He used it to get, he used it in the NBA, man. Same thing with scripture. We learn from the elders and we use the scriptures, to destroy all these naysayers and stuff.
Yeah. Michael said that too about Kobe. He said, the only one that could probably beat me is Kobe because he took all my moves. I mean, that's a great thing to say. We
Right.
supposed to learn and grow from the elders and
Yep.
take what they do and, incorporate it and do what they do. That's what the
You want
scriptures tell you to do.
you want me to tell you the opposite of that?
Go ahead.
Dr. J. Irvin, who was
Yep.
Michael Jordan mentor. Now, the power forward named Horace Grant, and this is what Dr. J said. And Dr. Dre, I said not Dr. Dre, Dr. J. Dr. J, the former Philadelphia 76er legend basketball player and champion. He said he was mentoring Horace Grant. He was teaching him. He told Horace Grant, "Hey man, you want to get better offense and as defense such and such." And guess what Horace Grant said?
What'd he say?
Nope.
What?
Yep.
That's wild.
He said he didn't want to get better. He didn't want to learn better from Dr. J. Now, imagine if Horace Grant would have studied and learned from Dr. J and would apply it to it.
Yep. And that's how
Just
Jake is, man.
Yep. Look at see, and that's what happened. People told, man, Horace Grant, great player. Jordan, no, Horace Grant did himself wrong because he didn't want to learn from Dr. J. So the same thing with the scriptures. You got a lot of these add water Israelites, as Elder Malcolm said, and you ask them who their elders are. I don't got no elder. I learned from this and that. And then they find out they don't know anything and stuff. You know?
Exactly. Khan, exactly. I want to say Halalyam, Abanawa Yahawah, Bahasham, Mashiach Yahawashi, Amanawa Allah, Barak Ahtham. Because I talked to Elder Malcolm. We actually talked. And he calls them add water Israelites. I call them Hebrew is no light. Because they ain't got no light. Because they ain't got no elders, man. And I was like, you can always tell who they are. Right? And y'all already know me from detecting them. But I came up because just for a little bit, taking a break. I don't want me to button in, but y'all know the conversation. But I know y'all talking about regarding them Israelites. Are y'all talking about them women that debated that one female?
Oh, that's in spirit. I was well. It falls into it. That falls into it because they had no business on there and stuff.
But they were not saying Yahawah. They were saying Yahuwah and Yahawashi.
Yeah. But they fall to the same category because they had no business going up in there.
Yeah, they
and
do.
Stuff.
They do.
Yeah, they had no business. None of them had no business on that show. Yeah,
because they ain't got no elders and leaders.
Right.
And these Christians will try to figure out, okay, since we can't fuck with them brothers from One West, go by Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, rather be IUIC, because IUIC do go use the name, but they free with it. They are free with it. They won't fuck with any IUIC people. They won't fuck with ISUPK. They won't fuck with GMS. They won't fuck with Shield of Wisdom. Right? They won't fuck with any One West.
No, you dropping the bombs, you gonna get this live tape. Yeah, dropping the F bomb. Somebody put fruits in the section.
Y'all should have let me know. Y'all should have let me know ahead of time, so I won't slack you. So, like I was saying before, they won't mess with. They know who to mess with. That they're like, okay, we can go after these at water Israelites, these low level, know nothing, Book of Enoch type of Israelites. The Israelites that don't believe in the trash chart, we got a chance. But with them other Israelites, we don't got a chance. You know what I'm saying? So, them ladies up on there, they just some Christian Israelites. That's all they are.
Right. And then also spiritually, the ladies remember Israel's comedy is like a woman in Isaiah chapter 6 verse 2. And that also represent the men and stuff who don't got no elders and stuff.
Right.
How they just
that's what I said.
Yeah, they just got half knowledge, half this and that. They not fully armored and quit like that clip Aranya played for you from 300 when he said hold your shit up. They couldn't hold the shit up and they had that dumb look on their face.
Yeah, so to bring it back full circle, is we never had women in our military. Okay, so a woman has no place on the battlefield in general. You know.
Right, but you know these women out there. I mean, everybody already knew Yasharahla. She was on the right path until she did what she did, and she didn't get it. But you got these
she
women
was actually
out there.
Never on the right. I activated my old account, and I rebuked her last year, and I just realized that.
Well, I mean, you know what? I blocked her because I told her to you apologize and to you straighten up. Ain't no brother ain't gonna deal with you. You gonna have a cluster F. Right. Yeah, you're gonna have a cluster French toast room. Since I can't use the F word, she's gonna have a cluster a cluster duck room.
Look at this. This was last year.
Yeah,
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, you know, did you block her or something like that? Did you tell her to get up out of there?
Yeah, I think I blocked her on this page.
Yeah, man, I ain't got time for that. But anyways, like I was saying before, Because you still got females that you still got these females that still latch on with that Christian notion of women equality, and I'm like, it doesn't work that way because I mentioned Deborah earlier, and a lot of people need to understand something about Deborah. When the Bible says she judged Israel, it ain't talking about she judged Israel like passing sentence or anything like that, and she wasn't like the head of any type of council of authority, right? But one thing I also wanted to say about Deborah, what a lot of people need to understand, there's laws pertaining to women in the Bible. That's why they couldn't be when women try to say, oh, we could be priests too and all that. I was like, yeah, what about when you have your cycle? You know, you got to keep a law on that, right? What about the law on that? So you guys are capable of obtaining priestly duties and duties of authorities like judges and prophets, right? And you are on your fucking side. I'm gonna leave it alone. That's why the Bible says, "Let your woman be silent in the churches."
If you look at you better believe in Luke chapter 2, Anna the Asherite prophetess was in order under that priesthood inside that temple. I mean, she was in the temple, in the temple of Jerusalem stuff. All right, you better believe she was in order. She won she won a certain authority over the men
because they can't, because they have a cycle.
Right.
Did you really want to cut a female up? Just let them know. Oh well, we could teach too. We could do this too. We can do it. I was like, okay. So then, what about when you have your cycle? What did the Bible say about a woman on her cycle?
Yeah. So going back to 2 Timothy 2:15, study to show thyself approved unto power, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. These, as we bring it out, women, they're going to be ashamed when the Bible conflicts against them. They're going to be ashamed. Individuals calling on Yahuwah, Yeshua, Yahweh, etc. You're going to be ashamed when you find out these names are not the correct names. You're bringing out false breakdowns. You're going to be ashamed because, as the elder said earlier, you didn't rightly divide the word of truth, man. So you gotta, when you grow in this thing in the beginning, get your proper foundation. Get those bricks down, lay them down the correct way. Hey, 3 little pigs. You got it out.
No, I just wanted to add one small thing. When it says to rightly divide the word of truth, when you rightly divide it, it's talk about precept upon precept, line upon line. And like I said before, did you see? I wanted to ask you. Did you see it, Yaramia? You seen it, haven't you?
No, I didn't watch that debate. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, neither.
I heard about it. I heard about it.
Yeah. You right on, because I'm not watching it either. But I'm like, when it comes down to it, yeah, I knew them Israelite women when I saw them. I knew that because they said that white Christian woman won a debate against them.
She ain't win that debate.
I wonder why.
She overtalked them, but she ain't win that debate. Shit, even though they was a little bit off and shit, they did cut her. And shit.
The way I see it is, that was their way of trying to get, since they can't attack the man, they go after the women, the Israelite women. Now, if they were women of Great Millstone, Shield of Wisdom, all the other camps that came out of that umbrella, One West umbrella, none of that shit would have happened. Right? It only happened with them camp hating Atwater Israelite women.
Right.
And it's just a shake my head. I'm like, that's why I didn't care about it. And that's why when I asked you, Ramya, we all on that same spirit. Like I don't care.
Right.
Right? Oh, you see them Hebrew rights like women. It's like they ain't one of us.
Right.
Right? And because if they were our women would not be on no broadcasting themselves. Right. And it's some stupid ass debate with a white woman.
You would never see our women.
Right. You let that white woman come up around my live, she'll walk away crying.
Yep.
And she'll be more in order. And them Edomite women will probably be more in order than the so-called black woman. Sadly to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, they was just trying to find a way to poke at us being Israelites, and they found Israelite women who don't even carry the same doctrine. And even if they did, they wouldn't even be doing shit like that. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, the elect ain't gonna fall for traps like that. Alright? Because we're gonna what? We're gonna know the ordinances, we're gonna know the correct ways to do things. You're not gonna catch up on these podcasts, like as a brother put in the comments, Cesariak or any of these individuals. We're not gonna go on these shows and all of that, And if ever, I believe the elders was on like one show before or something like that, but they said the names. Okay, so if you ever catch us on something, we're gonna represent Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man.
Right, and we're gonna represent it more thoroughly than Cesariak, because Cesariak does speak truth on certain things regarding certain things that he's talking about. However, he don't go in on it. He don't go in depth on it. Right. So the point of the matter is that, like I said before, these podcasts like they're just a waste of time. Right. If somebody want to disagree with what we believe in, I'll just let them know. Hey, look at the world around you. Like that we were just talking about it. Go ahead, Mike Yalla. You were saying something. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, brother. I wasn't saying anything.
No, we were talking about that individual.
That man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Salaki.
Well, basically, for my gather, he wants to basically
fight against the
machine, and he don't got no tools to fight against the machine, and he wants to fight a machine and basically
he wants to prevent America from falling.
He wants to prevent. I was looking for that word. He wants to prevent America. He wants to prevent America get divided and go into chaos, but that's not gonna happen. That's not a reality and stuff. Cause really we really, me, you, Yaram, Daniel, we was handling with kid gloves and shit. We really could have went deep. We could have went into them and shit.
The mad.
Yeah. So I can tell both of you brothers, but I want to say this though. I didn't go up there for that dude up there. I went up there because I saw Daniel up there, and I'm like, "What are you doing up on here? You going at. I mean."
It's funny. I was live at the same moment. Daniel came in my live and he left. And
I saw you too. I did saw you too. And when I saw you, I was about to go up on your live, but then I saw Daniel. I was like, I haven't seen that brother for a long time. And I know who Daniel is, right? And I know who he's under regarding the brother who he's under. And I haven't heard from that brother in a long time, let alone Daniel. But I saw him and I was like, Daniel is in a serious situation regarding certain things in his family. He has to take care of a family member of his. I'll leave it at that. But I was just checking up on him. And, like how you brothers checked up on me when you saw me up on the live. So,
Yeah, I just didn't like the way he was, Dad was talking and stuff. So I came up there to support shit.
Yeah. It was a good, respectable build. But I didn't want to go all in depth on this live about what we believe in, what we represent, and everything like that. But we did make it. We did make a valid point.
But that's a good.
Go ahead.
We showcased a good way to handle and to deal with things in that nature. You know,
you got to use wisdom in that situation. You got to use wisdom in that environment. So what happened was. Oh, go ahead.
That's an example of being, wise as a serpent, harmless as doves. Right? Because the whole time, they didn't know what we know, and they don't know what's going to happen, but we in here, really, we toying around with dude, Right. We just poking at him.
Right. But we all let him know he had to accept it. Because race had to be in the conversation. When it came down to it, ultimately, it was Esau that had the freedom of speech. We didn't have the freedom of speech, especially when we didn't know how to read, write, or do math.
Yeah, I don't think he
right?
liked that when I told him I said, you weren't part of we the people. I said, you ain't had no rights. I said, I was talking about them. When I make them, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, them and those that's
Right.
over them, it wasn't talking about the regular Edomite,
Yeah,
washing
James,
clothes
George
in the river.
Washington.
Right.
Yeah, all
Huh?
them dudes. All them dudes were Masons, man.
Right. And it was
You ain't
talking
gonna sit
about
there and lie in my face and tell me that they were not Masons. They were Masons. They had power, and they the ones that signed the Declaration of Independence and whatever they call. But it was only for their own convenience. It was not for everybody else.
right. Because he didn't pay we the people. We the people. And it's talking about George Washington and those that's above him. They weren't talking about the ordinary citizen and Jake, the so-called black and Native American Latino, so-called Latino that was in a plantation doing crops and all picking cotton and whatever. And wasn't talking about them.
Right.
It wasn't talking
And the
about neither group.
default,
Yeah.
when it comes to the white East Edomite culture, their default culture is feudalism: kings, queens, nobles, and peasants. So when it comes to that feudalism and that classism, when you leave so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans out of the room, when you leave them out of the room, it's always going to be classism before it's going to be racism.
Right.
All that stuff that you see going on right now in politics is nothing more than in-house fighting. That's why I
Right.
call it out. And he got real quiet when I told him that when Charlie Kirk got assassinated, that was inside the house. That was outside the house.
Right, and I told him, I said the reason why Captain Kirk got capped because Captain Kirk went off script. He would talk
Right.
about things he wasn't supposed to, and see that's what got him clipped and stuff. 'Cause
What
he was
it
going
is,
off this. He wasn't following the script.
what it is, this is the problem with Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish up. I'll explain.
No,
that.
I'm finished. You go ahead, talk.
I mean, Jerami, do you have something to say? Because I don't.
Nah, you got it.
All right. So here's the thing about Esau Edom. They're cannibalizing themselves, right?
Right.
Because the reason why you see a lot of these Edomites angry nowadays because they want to be the next narcissistic ruler. They want to hoard up all the wealth for themselves, no different than these elite Edomites. So they still think the same way, but they're cannibalizing themselves because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, the lower level Edomites have an ambition, the same ambition like these high level Edomites. But these high level Edomites, they don't want to really be paying nobody or giving nobody benefits. They want to control people with the benefits and the resources that they have. And the low level Edomites, they know this, while at the same time, they want to be in those positions of power, doing the same thing. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah. Yeah, the low level Edomites, they want to be the same position as Joe Biden and them and stuff like that. They want to take over and stuff and start that fourth Reich. That's what they want.
Well, because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, the reason why they want it so bad is because the elites are manipulating the lower level Edomites, thinking that it's so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans that's taking all the jobs, all the jobs that they don't even want to work at, by the way, because they really don't want to do those type of jobs.
Right.
Right. And you look at all the stuff that's going on with blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans who barely could put ends meet on the table, don't even own property or house. Like you don't see black people buying houses all over the damn place.
Nope, it's those bankers.
Yeah, it's those bankers, right?
Yeah.
But those bankers, those elites. What they want to do is they want to lie to these low level Edomites and say, "Hey, it's the blacks, it's the Latinos, it's them, black fatigue. It's all about them."
And the low level Edomites, a lot of them know that it's these elites, but they don't want to do that. They just want to have misplacement, anger, and shit, and take it out on Jake. But they know it's their leaders and stuff. But they don't want to face their leaders. Well, some of them do. Some of them do. Some of them don't. I'm gonna take that back. Some do and some don't. Yeah.
What do y'all think it is? Anybody got any opinions?
Uh,
I mean, anybody, Yaramia, you, any of you guys, what's y'all opinion about it?
but well, some do know it's their leaders, and they won't do anything. But like you said, they want to rule that some they know, but they don't want to face that truth as their leaders and stuff. And they
Well, like
want
I
to
said,
just spaz on Jake. They want to spaz on Jake and shit and
like I
stuff.
said,
So
they're punching down instead of punching up, but they're
right,
eventually going to figure it out. Like it ain't Jake, and
right,
that's when that Egyptian on Egyptian that the Bible talks about in the book of Isaiah starts setting in, and that's where Israelites better start waking up and looking at the prophecies and saying,
right.
come out of her, my people, right? Or gather yourself, O nation not desired.
Yeah.
You know, we got to gather ourselves, O nation not desired. We got to use wisdom, and that comes by the laws of the Most High, and making it about the Most High, and praying to the Most High, and not be seduced by whatever they're trying to come with, because we know that they're trying. You know.
Yeah. But hey, brothers, man, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Oh, I'm good. Huh? Yeah, Ally Universal Security.
I'm gonna wrap
This
it up.
building, all we do is just
Hey,
make sure.
can
Hold on for a
anybody hear
minute.
me?
Hold on for a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna get up
Yeah,
out
hold
of
on
here
for a minute.
too.
Hold on for a minute.
Your ramen. All right.
Damn. Hold on for a minute.
All right. Yaramia, and to the rest of you Israelite brothers, I want to say, call halala banawa Yahawah, Bahasham Mashiach Yahawashi, Amana Allah, Barak Ahtham. Yaramia, real quick, Salakia, were you teaching the lesson earlier before I came on?
Yeah, but it's all good. I'll do it later on.
You know what? You should continue it. I didn't mean to come up here, man. I just thought you had
Nah,
had
it's
one
all
of those.
good. You know, you and Elder get to talking, man. It become an open forum.
I ain't even no, but for real, I ain't even really trying to do that. I really just like it when you just teaching for the most
Yeah,
part. And
I do it.
I'll
I do it. I'll probably do this lesson on Sunday.
What was the lesson about, if you don't mind me asking?
It was going into 300. Like raise your shield. Like each brother help each other. Pretty much same mind, same spirit.
So basically, about the things what we were doing today when we were helping each other today,
Yeah,
almost something like
pretty
that.
much. Yeah.
That's a good topic, Doc. That's a good topic. Very good topic. I was gonna sit here and listen in and see what you gonna bring out regarding the scriptures, because that was what I was gonna do. But I saw both you and Mikey all up on here. I was like, oh, what's y'all up to now? So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get down. I don't mean to be up on here. I know Mikey Allah is busy. Mikey Allah, you can hit me up later on. I want to say, call halala banawa Yahawah, Bahasham Mashiach Yahawashi, Amana Allah, Barak. You gonna be teaching tomorrow?
Shalawam, Bahasham, Yasharahla. Nah, it's camp tomorrow. I'll be at camp tomorrow.
No, so you're not gonna be on TikTok?
Most likely, maybe later on at night.
All right then. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and try to see you brothers later on. I'm gonna say, and if y'all hear from my Zappa for the rest of the brothers, I will now let them know I said Shalawam. So Shalawam.
Shalawam. Alright. I'm gonna get up out of here, brothers. I was cooking, so I had like an hour, and the food about to be done. So, I gotta slip up out of here. I'll finish this lesson. Raise your shield on Sunday, most likely. Yahawah. Alright, the water for the brothers coming up. Breaking bread as always. Facing the east. Giving all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash, and double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. As always, Shalawam, Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect. It's your brother Yerami Kazak. I pray this one was an edifying lesson. Kwam Yasharahla and a Baba Bar. Keep the faith. Shalom.